Windshield wipers slap a frantic rhythm against the downpour, the headlights barely piercing the thick fog. Raindrops drum a persistent tattoo on the roof of my beat-up Ford, mirroring the anxiety hammering in my chest. Oakmont Sanatorium looms ahead, a hulking silhouette clawing at the storm-racked sky, just another abandoned monument to human progress, or something altogether more. Creepy, I park under a skeletal oak, its bare branches clawing at the sky like bony fingers. Goosebumps prickle despite the cranked-up heater. Even from here, the place radiates an oppressive vibe, like a bad memory struggling to wake from a restless sleep. Well, Noah, I mutter to myself, time to face your creepy crawlies. Grabbing my trusty flashlight and backpack, I wade through the mud towards the rusted gates. A chipped gargoyle leers down, its vacant eyes mocking my bravado. The inscription on the gate reads, "Enter at your own peril." The echoes still whisper. "Charming," I grumble, pushing open the creaking gate. The air inside is thick with the damp smell of decay and the metallic tang of old blood. Vines snake up the crumbling facade, and broken windows gape like empty eyes. My flashlight beam slices through the gloom, revealing peeling paint, dust motes dancing in the disturbed air, and medical journals scattered on the floor. Intriguing. I bend down, picking up a yellowed page. Its faded text details a long-forgotten experiment, the words blurring with damp and time. My pulse quickens. This wasn't just some random asylum. It was a hotbed of unspeakable things. A sudden gust of wind rattles the windows, sending chills down my spine. Was it just the storm? Or something more malicious? Glancing nervously around, I hear a faint whispering, almost inaudible, like the sigh of wind through cracked pipes. Yet it feels personal. "Hello?" I call out, my voice echoing into the emptiness. "Anyone there?" Silence, but the hairs on my neck prickle with the distinct feeling of being watched. A cold dread settles in my gut, warring with the morbid curiosity churning within. "Come on, Noah," I mutter, trying to sound braver than I feel. "You've faced worse." Taking a deep breath, I step further into the darkness, the whispers swirling around me like ghostly tendrils. This place might be deserted, but its past, it seems, isn't quite ready to let go. And judging by the goosebumps multiplying on my skin, neither am I. The dust motes dance in my flashlight beam, swirling like trapped souls in the stale air. Each creak and groan of the building sounds amplified. My imagination, spinning them into whispers, moans the chorus of a hidden horror show. Another gust rattles the windows, and in the sudden gloom, I swear I see a shadow flit across the far wall. Heart hammering, I shine the light, revealing nothing but cobwebs and dust. Okay, Noah, deep breaths. Stop letting your overactive imagination write ghost stories in your head. Even as I try to rationalize, the unease lingers. The medical journals I found spoke of experiments pushing the boundaries of sanity, of inflicting unimaginable pain in the name of progress. My grandfather, a renowned doctor, mysteriously disappeared during a visit to Oakmont decades ago. Was his disappearance connected to these macabre experiments? Driven by a mix of morbid curiosity and a yearning for answers, I pushed deeper into the sanatorium. Rust flakes litter the cracked linoleum floor, each crunch echoing eerily in the silence. The air grows colder, carrying a metallic tang that stings my nostrils. "Hello?" I call out again, my voice thin and shaky. "Is anyone here?" No reply. Just the oppressive silence, punctuated by the drip-drip of unseen water and the creak of settling wood. Then a sound cuts through the silence, a faint ticking. It seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once, a metronome, counting down an unseen clock. My skin prickles with a new wave of fear. The whispers return, swirling around me, carrying fragments of words, snippets of pain and laughter. Panic claws at my throat. This place is messing with my head, warping reality around me. I need to get out, breathe fresh air, away from these oppressive walls. Turning on my heel, I head towards the main entrance, only to find the exit door jammed shut. A cold fist of dread clenches my stomach. The whispers rise in volume, forming distinct words, chilling pronouncements echoing off the decaying walls. Stay, play, secrets, unveil. Suddenly, the temperature plummets. I huddle in my jacket, teeth chattering. Was it just the building playing tricks, or something more sinister at play? Then, a gust of wind slams a metal door shut, somewhere deep within the sanatorium, the bang resonating through the halls like a thunderclap. The ticking intensifies, growing louder, faster. My heart threatens to burst from my chest. This isn't the ghost story anymore. This is real, and whatever lurks in the shadows is closing in. Time to fight back. I grab a metal pipe lying against the wall, its cold touch grounding me. I won't be some helpless victim. I may be scared, but I won't give in. I shine the flashlight down the dimly lit hallway, its beam cutting through the gloom. The ticking guides me deeper, towards the source of the chilling sound and the heart of this nightmare. Whatever waits at the end, I have to face it. The ticking screams in my ears, each click urging me forward like a morbid metronome. The hallway stretches on, shrouded in darkness, the air thick with dust and the metallic tang of fear. Sweat slicks my palms despite the plummeting temperature, my grip tightening on the cold metal pipe. Then through the gloom, a faint glow beckons. An operating room, its door slightly ajar, the source of the ticking, the heart of this twisted nightmare. A wave of dread washes over me, but there's no turning back. My grandfather's face flashes in my mind, his concerned eyes urging me on. I take a deep breath, steeling myself, and push open the door. The room hits me like a physical blow. Dust motes dance in a shaft of moonlight, filtering through a broken window, illuminating an array of gleaming stainless steel instruments. Scalpels, saws, forceps, each glinting with an unsettling sterility. In the center, an operating table lies stark and cold, a single gurney parked beside it, and on that gurney, a scalpel, bathed in the moonlight. It seems almost inviting, its polished surface reflecting my own distorted image. My heart pounds a frantic rhythm against my ribs. Something about the scene, it feels wrong, too staged, too deliberate, like a trap, as if on cue. The lights flicker and die, plunging the room into darkness. Panic spikes, the ticking echoing in the sudden silence, like a mocking laugh. My foot snags on something metal, sending it clattering across the floor. "Hello?" I croak, my voice barely a whisper swallowed by the darkness. "Is anyone there?" No answer. Only the sound of my own ragged breaths and the relentless ticking. Then, a soft, chilling laugh echoes from the corner, seemingly carried on the very dust motes swirling in the moonlight beam. Adrenaline floods my system. I scramble back, the metal pipe clattering again. My hand brushes against something cold and smooth. The scalpel. Instinctively, I grab it, its icy touch sending a shiver down my spine. Suddenly, a spectral figure materializes from the shadows, tall and gaunt. Its form seems woven from darkness and despair. Its eyes, burning embers in the gloom, fixate on me with chilling intensity. You shouldn't be here, it rasps, its voice like dry leaves rustling in the wind. These secrets are not for the living. The laugh echoes again, closer this time, seemingly emanating from the figure itself. Panic threatens to consume me, but I grip the scalpel tighter, its cold metal a grounding presence. I'm not leaving, I force out, my voice trembling, but holding steady. Not until I find out what happened to my grandfather. The figure lunges, an inky blur in the darkness. I swing the scalpel blindly, connecting with a sickening thud. A scream, high-pitched and inhuman, pierces the silence. But then, just as abruptly, the figure vanishes. I stand there panting, the scalpel heavy in my hand. Was it real, or a figment of my fear? As I lower the scalpel, a burning sensation shoots through my palm. I gasp, staring in horror, as the metal brands itself onto my skin, leaving a searing mark in the shape of the sanatorium's logo. Pain lances through me, but it's overshadowed by a chilling realization. This is no longer just about answers. It's about survival. Whatever lurks here has marked me, claimed me. And if I want to get out alive, I have to play by its twisted rules. The ticking resumes faster now, an urgent countdown. I glance at the gurney, the scalpel nestled innocently upon it. A cold sense of dread washes over me. The scalpel brand on my palm throbs with an unsettling rhythm, mirroring the frantic ticking that seems to pulse from the very walls. This twisted game has begun, and the clock is ticking fast. Sweat slicks my palms as I eye the scalpel on the gurney. An inscription shimmers faintly on its blade. Open the secrets. Unleash the echoes. Secrets. Echoes. Is this how my grandfather met his end? Was he another pawn in this macabre game, orchestrated by whatever spectral entity haunts this place? Desperation fuels my resolve. I grab the scalpel, ignoring the pain flaring in my hand. There's no turning back now. I have to see this through, not just for me, but for him. I scan the room, the shadows clinging to the corners like unseen predators. The whispers return, swirling around me, fragmented words filled with pain and longing. They sound distant, yet somehow intimate, their sorrow resonating within me. The whispers coalesce into a single voice, raspy and ancient. We are the forgotten, it echoes. Experiments. Tortured souls bound to this place. You opened the door, unleashed our memories. A wave of vertigo washes over me. Are these the victims of the horrific experiments? Is this their collective consciousness, trapped within the sanatorium's walls? I came looking for answers, I rasp, trying to steady my breathing. Tell me about my grandfather. The voice hesitates, then murmurs. He sought the truth just like you. Images flash before my eyes. My grandfather, his face etched with fear, pleading with unseen figures. And then, darkness, grief and anger surge within me. My grandfather, a good man consumed by curiosity, became another victim of this place's dark legacy. But I won't let his sacrifice be in vain. I won't be trapped here, I declare, my voice gaining strength. I'll expose your secrets, set you free. The whispers rise in a crescendo, filled with both hope and despair. The scalpel in my hand hums with an unseen energy. The inscription glows brighter, urging me on. I know what I have to do. With a deep breath, I plunge the scalpel into the heart of the gurney. The room shudders, the scalpel burning white-hot in my hand. Then silence. The whispers fade, replaced by a soft rustling sound. Dust motes swirl in the air, forming shapes, figures, faces, fading memories of the tortured souls. They smile sadly, then dissipate, leaving behind a wisp of peace. The brand on my hand cools, the pain receding. The darkness begins to lift, replaced by a faint, ethereal glow emanating from the walls. The inscriptions on the instruments shimmer, revealing not tools of torture, but keys. This wasn't a prison, but a tomb. And by opening it, I'd inadvertently set them free. As the glow intensifies, I scramble towards the exit, the key etched on the doorknob glowing faintly. With a final push, the door opens, revealing a blinding light. I step out, collapsing onto the damp grass, gasping for air. My body aches, the brand a faint reminder of my ordeal. But inside, a strange lightness fills me. I survived. I exposed the truth. And maybe I helped set the trapped souls at peace. As the sun rises, casting its warm light on the ruined site, I know this isn't the end. My journey for answers has just begun. And the echoes of the forgotten will forever guide me, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed.